Hi, kids. It's September the 9th, 2022. I'm on the front porch, and Poppy's going to read a book. And guess who suggested that I read The Three Trees? Uriah? Was it you? Corvus, would you like to hear a story? Ava, can you raise your hand? 3 years old. Addie, put your tongue back in your mouth. Siki, do you still have your balloon? Are you bumping it around? Yes, you kids. Oh my, let's start the story. The Three Trees. Three Trees. Who's this by? Let's see, Gabriel Ringlet. And illustrations, Daniella. Oh my. Can you count that? 1, 2, 3. I wonder who's 3 years old. Sit and think. Who's 3 years old? Do you know anybody that's 3 years old? Let's see. Let's get rid of here. Now, once on a high mountain top, there were 3 beautiful little trees, and each of them had a wonderful dream. And here they are, up on top here, little trees. And here they are. Have you seen trees with faces on them? I know some kids who've seen trees with faces. And see, Alice in Wonderland? No. Oh, Wizard of Oz had some trees. Yeah, okay, let's get back to our story. 3 trees. What were their dreams? The first tree loved to look up at the stars in the night sky. They shine so brightly. It thought, they are just like diamonds. When I grow up, I want to hold something special that sparkles like a star. I wish to be the most beautiful treasure chest in the world. So this tree thinks when he's grown up that he wants to be cut down and cut into planks to make a treasure box and hold these treasures. That's what his dream is as he's looking up at the star in the sky. Let's see. Now, what is the other tree thinking? The second tree loved to look at the little stream far below. Oh, here's a stream that sparkled at night, just like the stars. But this tree was dreaming about the ocean. One day, it said, I want to sail on the mighty ocean and carry powerful kings. I want to be the strongest sailing ship in the world. So he wants to be later cut up into wood and made into a wooden ship. That's what they're thinking about in their lives. And one more to go. Let's see. Now the third tree looked down at the stream and up at the stars. It thought for a while and said, I don't want to leave this mountaintop. I want to grow so tall that when people lift their eyes up to look at me, they will think of God. I wish to be the tallest tree in the world and be closest to God. How wonderful thoughts he has. I wonder what will become. And he's dreaming about people looking up at him. Now, the years passed. Spring came and went many times, and all 3 of the trees grew tall. One day, 3 woodcutters climbed up the mountain. 1, 2, 3. The tree's thinking, here it comes. Here comes our destinies. The first woodcutter saw the first tree and said, "Just look at that beautiful tree. It's exactly what I need." And with one blow, he chopped the tree down. "At last," said the first tree, "I will soon be able to hold a great treasure." So that tree is being carried away, and he's hoping to be turned into a treasure box. Now the second woodcutter saw the second tree and said, "Look how strong this tree is. It's just what I need." And with one blow, he chopped it down. "Thank goodness, about time," said the second tree. "I will soon be able to carry powerful kings across the ocean." Wow, that's a very strong cutter. That tree chopper. Oh, look at the birds are going to have to look for someone else to stay. They're looking for a new home. So the third woodcutter saw the third tree and said, "Look how straight this tree is. It's just what I need." And with one blow, he chopped it down. "There goes my dream," thought the third tree, and it began to sulk, because he thought he was always going to stay and just be a tall tree for people to look at. So now he's down. The first tree was filled with joy when the woodcutter carried it to the carpenter's shop. It was going to become a treasure chest. No, the woodcutter made it into a manger for the animals. Oh. He didn't get to be a treasure chest. He thought he was going to carry a great treasure. The second tree couldn't stop smiling when the woodcutter took it to the shipyard. Ah, for the mighty ocean. But the workmen made it into a small fishing boat, only big enough to carry the day's catch on the lake. Oh, so he's just going to go out for fishing. The third tree was even more disappointed. When the woodcutter left it to be cut into planks and piled up on the yard. "Why me?" he groaned. So he's not going to be tall. He's just being cut into sections. "It didn't ask for much. I just wanted to stay on the mountaintop and be near God." Many days and nights passed, and the dreams of the three little trees faded with the seasons. And these are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the days of the calendars and the months. Time passes. Then, one night, the first tree was woken up by a young mother putting her newborn baby into the manger. "I wished I'd been able to get you a cradle," said the man with her. "Don't worry," said the mother. "Look how beautiful this manger is. Look at the manger is holding baby Jesus. It's a different treasure of us." That's better than what he thought. It was true. The manger sparkled just like a star. The first tree knew it was holding the greatest treasure in the world. What a surprise. Baby Jesus in the manger. And there's the star that everyone was following. One night, many years later, a strange passenger was lying fast asleep in an old fishing boat when a violent storm broke overhead. The second little tree had seen plenty of storms, but it thought this one should surely be its last, because it's so Look at the waves. I hope I never be in waves like that on my boat. That's a tough one. Okay. The passenger woke up, who was asleep, stood and stretched his arms out to the sea, and the storm stopped at once. Then the second little tree knew it was carrying the greatest king in the world. And who do you think that king was? It was Jesus. Do you remember the story of when Jesus was on a boat and there was a storm and he woke up and asked people not to worry? He would calm things. He calmed the waters. Wow, so the second tree got to carry a treasure too. Sometime, do we know what's going to happen? Sometimes later, on a Friday, the third tree was still miserable, but got a surprise when someone took an interest in its planks, piled up against the wall. How dreadful it was. Oh, to be carried across town with somebody shouting insults. And even worse, to feel the hands and feet of a man being nailed to you. And what is this shape of the planks? Do you think it's a cross? His planks were turned into a cross. And this poor fellow is Jesus. Jesus is going to be nailed to that plank. How sad the women are covering their faces. They feel so sorry. So sad. For 2 days, the third tree couldn't sleep, but at dawn on Sunday morning, new leaves suddenly started to grow from its arms. It was amazing. And at that moment, this little tree knew that it was taller than it had dreamed possible, for no one in the world had ever been as close to God as it had been. It makes me want to have tears of happiness. So this tree was placed up high. And that's the end of our story. The three trees. Did you enjoy that? Poppi loves to read to you. And I have some other books that I'll be reading soon too. Thank you for visiting. And thank you for having a nice, quiet time. Yes, pleasant dreams. Love you. Kisses to you all.